To say I have not been waiting for this song would be an understatement, and I didn't even realize it released. Well, he released it 10 days ago. So, for any of you guys who had followed me from, let's just say the start, the very first song I ever uploaded was Godzilla. I was like impressed by like how fast this, fast rapping and everything. I'm like, holy shit. I mean, that's crazy. Was never like the biggest fan, but I respect him now, and I always respected him, but I mean, it just made me see him in a different light. And that didn't gain too much traction. So, like I said, every time I see a subscriber, somebody subscribe, I'm like, holy shit, that is so cool. That somebody would just be interested in hearing, my perspective for the, 10, 12 years that I worked in the music industry. It's just, I appreciate all types of music, but like I said, even though I was assigned to do hip hop and some R&B, and like I said, it's not only just strictly musical talent. You're also, when you're helping to put together an album, you're also looking for, a producer. You're looking for, sound engineer. You're looking for all sorts of different talent who's going to help make this, album come to fruition. But that didn't gain too much traction. I think I got like one or two subscribers, and that was cool. I was like, hey, shit, let's something. But when I started sampling this young man, he blew my mind away. And I'm talking about Alejandro Aranda, aka his stage name, Scary Pool Party. This dude is so talented, and I cannot sing his praises enough. I've said it from jump. Like, I don't know what his team, or if he even cares to be as big as even like Stevie Nicks had said, see you being, purely greatness, playing on the world's biggest stages. I mean, he has that talent. But I know he plays some venues. I've said before, because when I first started, when I was interning, I started first with marketing, which was the horrible shit. Like Eminem says in Godzilla, when you're out there passing out flyers, that's where some of us have to start from. Some people get their start in the mailroom. Some people get their start, they know somebody who knows somebody, and they right away get a desk job. No, I started from the very bottom, working 24/7, phone constantly on, and finally, prove myself. So, saying that, I don't know what his marketing team is doing. I don't know if he wants to play bigger venues, but I said, and I said this from the beginning, you look at all the American Idol videos that from that season, because the only show that I kind of liked, but I've never watched it live on television, but I watched, I was binge watching it a lot, was is it the X Factor? The one, no. That was my time to get up, and I was up way early. Um, the one that Simon Cowell does. America's Got Talent. That's it. That's like the only one I kind of liked because there were so many varieties. Dancing, singing. People doing magic tricks, quick change, looping, doing all this crazy stuff. So I never really got into American Idol. But when I seen this, greatest audition ever from this young man, clicked on it, I was blown away by his guitar skills. I mean, yes, he plays the piano equally as well, but his guitar skills are, especially on an acoustic, are on another level, man. I mean, when you have a multi-platinum artist like Luke Bryan saying, I've never seen anybody do what you just did with a guitar. That's saying a lot, because that's somebody who's in the industry, who's around a ton of people, who's been in many sessions playing, practicing with other people, playing, trying to come up with something. That is saying a lot. And I don't know if people know the magnitude of that type of comment coming from a person like him. And then the other type of compliments he was getting from Lionel Richie, Katy Perry, who in their own right have been just equal. I mean, come on, Lionel Richie, the Commodores, then freaking his solo career. I mean, dude put together We Are the World. All the biggest names in freaking music industry at the time. And for the compliments that this dude was getting at 24 years old, I kept on saying, and I've said it, if you look back at some of my older videos that I have of him, I'm like, why the fuck isn't he playing like fucking stadiums, like, or even arenas, like where the Denver Nuggets play? Because I live here in Denver, Colorado. It used to be the Pepsi Center. Now it's, I think, Ball Arena or something. But he could be selling shit out like that. I mean, he's that good. But besides a couple music videos, I don't know the largest venue he's played. I super missed out on an opportunity to. Well, I mean, I can't say I really missed out on the opportunity because I did have. It was like the first week of our movie shoot when he came to Colorado. So I was like, of course I'm gonna do my acting gig first, but I really wanted to go see him. And from where we shot to back here, there was no way I could have made it. So in saying all that and singing his praises, I wish that I said it from the beginning. I wish that he would have opened up or opens up for some big ass artists, just so more people latch on. Because you look at his American Idol stuff, every single thing that he's a part of, millions upon millions upon millions of views. While the guy who even won, where people are like, oh, he shouldn't have won this and that. It's not the dude's fault. He's not. He shouldn't have to feel like he lives in his shadow. He and the rest of the other contestants, from what I noticed, and I could be wrong, because like I said, I'm not the biggest American Idol fan, they were like hundreds of thousands, while Alejandro Aranda, he's like millions. So it's there. It's just not there on the marketing aspect of whoever he signed with. And without going too deep, for people who understand the music industry, it's like I said, it's like taking out a high interest loan. It's shitty in the sense that you think like, wow, look, I just got all this money, but guess what? They didn't give you that money. You're gonna make that money back to them, plus interest, plus pay off a manager, plus pay off all these people that the A&R person, like myself, would have to go out and find. And if you're gonna find it at a budget, well then that's the kind of songs you might get. But then you could find a diamond in the rough of a producer, just like you would find a diamond in the rough in like someone like Alejandro when he stepped on American Idol for the first time auditioning. You could find one of those type of producers and bam, you could hit it. TLC was broke even after they won the Grammys for all the songs that they did, and they flat out said it. Their manager's standing right there all pissed off that they're saying like, hey, just because we sold millions upon millions of records or multi-platinum, we're still broke. And people don't realize that. Me acting, just because I acted in a couple of movies and commercials doesn't mean that I have a shitload of money. No, you have to like constantly keep on going. Or when you become big enough, then you get that big payday. That's what happens. So I don't know what his team is doing, what they have planned, but I love his music, man. And more than anything, I owe it to featuring him on my YouTube page for all the subscribers I've had, the majority of subscribers I've had. Because it wasn't until I started featuring him, then all of a sudden, I started getting subscribers. And so I don't really, that part right there, it's cool, but I love his music, so that's why I put him on. And that's why I've always sang his praises. I won't sugarcoat shit, and there's been some songs where I'm like, okay, yeah, I didn't like that. And people people who are honest and true fans will know like not everything's always going to be great. And people appreciated that too when I had said that. I'll never forget the comment, and I can't remember who it was from, but they're like, the fact that you didn't sugarcoat it, I appreciate that shit. And I was like, thank you, because that was a part of my job, just having to be not. You don't have to be a cutthroat asshole like some people are in the music industry. You just be like, look, you're not there. Like, build them up. Don't fucking tear them down. And that's what I would do. So, anyways, enough talking. Let's get into this because I've been wanting to hear this entire song. I just looked it up and I'm like, oh, cool. He released the entire song. So, it's just a live version of him playing it. But from the demo, when he first released it, I was like, yes. But finally, the full song. I'm hearing it for the first time in full with you guys right now. So let's get this started. So let's get into this.
that part all the time. Tried it.
Fucking nailed it, man. I love this dude. He is awesome. That was off the hook. I gotta say, man, when you could just sit back and become a listener, the dude is just absolutely amazing. I have nothing else better to say. I mean, yeah, I'm speechless. I hope you guys enjoyed it because I really don't know what else. I don't know what else to say. I mean, he's just, yeah, the dude is awesome. I'm gonna attach his link. I need to get better at doing that, attaching links and stuff like that. I need to really get better at doing that. I'm gonna attach his link and all that. Go check out, go show him love. Like, blow it up. For any of you guys who listen to this, go freaking subscribe to him. He has, this comes from his, it's called Scary Pool Party People. It's like his fan page, one I'm part of. Go show it some love. If it's coming directly from him, go show that some love. But I'll leave the link and everything on the bottom. Again, I want to get better at doing that, so I apologize, guys. But yeah, awesome song. So relatable. That was the word that was on my tongue. What the songs that he sings are so relatable, and they can't be relatable for everybody because everybody, of course, we all have different. We all have different paths and walks in life that take us in different directions. But like for me, and for probably a lot of other people, some of the stuff that he sings about is just like it's on par with the stuff that I felt like growing up with. Having my heart broken into pieces by this girl or that woman or this, that, like we all, like I said, I think I've said this before, we've all been cheated on. We've all had our heart broken. So it could be relatable to that degree. But, yeah, I mean, there's really not a but. We all have. That's, no matter if you want to, think that you're the world's, like, biggest, womanizer or, the hottest girl in the world. Everybody's had their heart broken. So it's just his songs are so it like just seems like it just comes from the soul, and you can tell when somebody's singing somebody else's songs, when somebody's ghostwriting for you. Never sounds like that with him. Not saying that that's the case because I don't know, but it just seems like everything he does comes from him, and I absolutely admire that if that's the case. Even if it's not the case, then he's certainly conveying somebody else's words in a very damn great way, but I really honestly believe that it's his words. It's what he's doing. It's what he's been through. Just a relatable guy, man. Beautiful song. So, hope you guys enjoyed this short video. I'm thinking of some other ones to come up with, but yeah, give it a listen. Check out his links. Thank you guys. I'm out.